Okay.
Hi, it's Ruth Bruner, and I am here with Kathleen now, and we're at 325. That this used to be the old cold storage, and she's going to talk and tell us about that. All right?
Okay, this was the old community cold storage, Windsor Community Cold Storage. And my mom's father, Chris Schmidt, had this cold storage for years and years and years. And in the back, I don't know if you can see where the camera would hit that building back there, they used to do their own butchering here. And then inside of where the groceries and everything were, they had a sharp freeze, and they would kill the animals and cut up the meat and sharp freeze the meat, and you had to pay for a sharp freeze back there. It wasn't a lot of money, but you had to pay for that, and it froze that meat like you wouldn't believe, fast.
Wow.
And then they had the grocery store. Well, when Grandpa Schmidt could not do it anymore,
Come stand here so that I can get you in the
there
picture.
was Paul Schmidt and Herman Schmidt that took it over. And they ran it for years. And the same thing, Uncle Herman was killed out east of town when they were hauling corn and stuff. He was killed in the Inslage pit. Well, then after that, Uncle Paul, Uncle Jake, Dolores Lutz's father, and Donna Schmidt's husband, Raymond. Their father ran the store then. So it was every Saturday night we came into the cold storage because that's when you got groceries and that's when you got your meat. And they lived in the house right to the north of where the community cold storage was. So that was
this house right here.
Yeah, it was that house there, but the fence and the garage, that was not here.
Yeah.
All that was there was a house. And on the other side of that house, just a couple doors maybe down, is where the church
Prayer meeting house. It's now
where
at the lake.
it was called the prayer meeting house was located, and my Grandpa Schmidt built that. And that's the little church that you see back at Boardwalk Park. If you ever get back that way, go in and you'll find the history of that little church. Anyway, they called it the Großversammlung because that's where the German people met, and that's where they had their services. And it was mostly on Sunday morning or Saturday night, whenever they could get together. No piano, no music. Everything they sang was a cappella. Beautiful, beautiful. So the history then, well, Uncle Jake passed away and they got rid of the whole community storage.
And what year was that this wasn't the community storage and store anymore?
Golly. Oh my goodness. I would say probably sometime in the 70s.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't.
Did people, remember when it was a store that people could come up. Is that the little window where they would buy things or take?
No, you had to go in.
You had to go in. What's the little window over there?
I don't know what that little window's for. That little window doesn't look familiar to me at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there was, when we called the cold storage, we really kind of wanted to get inside now. What was it built like, and what was that before? It was the ice house
all in front here was groceries.
Okay.
And they had meats, and they had all kinds of groceries. Watermelon, it was a grocery store.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when it was the butcher ice chest place, people explain that, because what year was that when people didn't have big freezers?
Oh my goodness, that was early in the years because they had that sharp freeze there for years and years. I can remember I was a little kid and we lived out north of Windsor on the farm out there, and we'd come in and they were cutting up meat and putting it in the cold storage and freezing it. So
yeah. And you rented your locker. How much did you rent your meat locker for?
I can't remember. Frozen? It wasn't a lot of money. Yeah. No, very, very cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my mom's brothers.
Uh-huh.
It was her dad first and then her brothers that
Okay.
had this.
Yeah.
So
Was there any other cold storages or meat lockers here in town, or was this the only one?
Not this one was the only one. And across the street where the town hall is
Get a
now.
little sun here,
Yeah, the sun will hit that.
but it's
That
good.
was Park School. That's where
Okay.
I went to school. So you could get out of school and come over to the store and get your candy.
What'd you get a piece of candy for?
Oh, cheap.
Cheap.
Nickel, a dime,
A penny.
a penny.
Yeah.
cheap.
You could
cheap.
Could you trade in your pop bottles that you found in the alley and get 2 cents for
Pick
the
up your
pop?
bottles and
Yeah,
cheap,
and do
cheap.
that.
Yeah. So
Right.
anyway, that's kind of how this, as I remember, the community cold storage.
Yeah.
It was a family.
And it was built. How was it built to keep to keep the ice and everything? I mean, was it pre-electricity or was it built?
No,
like-
there was electricity.
There was
in it. Yeah,
electricity.
it was
Okay, it
electricity.
wasn't because they used to cut ice from Windsor Lake in the 1800s
Oh, yeah,
and
they
take
used to
that
cut
to.
ice back there, but they don't do that. When I first got married and we moved there,
What year would you get married?
1958,
Okay.
and Robert's brother ran a gas station here in town, and he would go up and get the tractor, go back and clean all the snow off of the ice.
Uh-huh.
Kids would come from church and we'd all go ice skating.
Oh.
Such a wonderful time. Can't do that anymore because it doesn't freeze and it's not safe.
Yeah.
Way back then in the 50s, it was safe. It
Yeah.
was safe.
That was Bernie Klaus? Or what was
Bernie Klaus is the one that had the gas station.
gas station?
Yeah.
He had the one on Conoco. Well, it's right on the corner of 4th and Main
Yeah,
Street.
and then he had this one right up here that was by the, where that Heath restaurant is.
Hearth Restaurant?
Yeah, the Hearth.
There was a
restaurant.
gas station there or just
Yeah,
a...
there's still a gas station there, but I seen it's closed.
Oh, the one on 4th. That's when we're speaking of the same one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're planning on developing
Yeah.
it. Who knows what'll come next?
Yeah,
But,
the-
well, anything else that you remember about this building? I mean, it's 2 stories. Did the people live above it or
No, that one,
no?
no.
Okay.
I don't know if people live in there now or not.
Yeah,
I
they've
don't
used
know.
it. A church owns it now, but they were nice to let us come and film. So,
Yeah, I wish we could have got in.
yeah. Well, another day, another time.
Yeah,
I wonder if the meat lockers are still there.
I do
So
too. I
be
wonder-
curious all your life, and you'll be like Kathleen when you're.
I can't
Yeah.
tell you how old I am. My number's unlisted.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.